Hey guys, so this is just a little part 2 to my last video. Just sharing. I'm a little shiny. I don't like that. I'm glowing though. I just want to share the beneficial body aspects, which is a little bit more superficial. I did do this for spiritual reasons, and it did open up more of an authentic relationship with me and the creator, and also just gave me the mental clarity to focus on the creator. But that's a personal thing that I really don't have any interest in diving too deep on. Even though I do feel like we're in that together, we're also each in our own little thing with God, where it should be personal. But on the flip side of talking about mental clarity and body function, stuff like that, I feel like doing this time 48-hour fast, but the next few times I do it, I'm just gonna do 24 and then work my way up to 48 and then work my way up to 72, especially since I'm not in my mid-20s anymore. I need to just build up out of respect for my 30s and just respect for the fact that I'm not super young anymore. But yeah, but I feel my most confident now, so I really am loving it. And the benefits are, it's a full body reset. So mental clarity on 10. Like, I plan out things and I get them done. I do so well at work when I know it's a fast day, because I don't have to think about food at all. You think about when I was on my fast, the first 24 hours, I kept forgetting that I was fasting because I was still working yet, so I hadn't got to the spiritual side of it until I got off work. But while I was working, even though I was locked in and focused, there would be little moments where I'd be thinking, I should order wings. Like, I should get this, like planning for food. And then I actually got relieved when another thought came in and said, no, you're fasting. No ordering wings, we're not getting Chipotle. But I started thinking, damn, that takes up space and energy that you were planning to buy food. Like, just the preparation to get food takes its own energy that you don't even have to think about that when you know for this window of time I'm fasting. So I'll worry about that when I'm off the fast. In a way, it's relieving. It's relieving to your wallet for that amount of time. You don't have to think about what your wallet's gonna spend on food. Everything is about mindset and preference and how you view things, to be honest. But guys, mental clarity is one. Your body starts using its fat stores when you fast. So it's going into those areas of the body that haven't been used, the stores, fat stores, and is pulling from the fat. And so it's great. Like, it's a metabolism reset. It resets your metabolism, boosts your metabolism again. It is really important to drink a lot of water, which I always struggle with that. Like, I'll chug, and then forget later and chug. And then when I was feeling lightheaded, it was really just because I had got to this threshold, like, okay, you're approaching 48 hours, but you're not really drinking enough water. And so I would get my water in through tea, but also, I don't know, like a little bit of the water too. But I started putting like lemon and orange in my water. But I will say, on the first day I took my multivitamin, because you don't have to have food to take the multivitamin. And then on the second day, I didn't take my multivitamin because I decided, for some reason I felt like when I don't eat and I take it, it's all good throughout the day, but then I crash. Like, I have energy during the day and then I get really tired towards the night. And I will say, on my second day, energy was low. Like, I wasn't going to be exerting myself too much. I did go on like a 12-minute walk on my walking pad, and then walked outside for a little bit for like 8 minutes, but nothing. I didn't want to get my heart rate up too much and push myself too much because I knew I wasn't fueling my body, and because it's for spiritual reasons. So it's not just for the body. It's not for those superficial reasons. But this is the physical side of the reset. It resets your taste buds. Your taste buds are a whole new entity once you're off a fast. Let me tell you, when you get off that fast, honey, when you get off that fast, everything tastes so good and so different than it tasted before. It's amazing. And then also, besides the taste bud reset, once you slowly start introducing foods back in, you get this burst of energy. So you basically have a metabolism reset. And your stomach has shrank because for whatever reason you're doing it for, you haven't been filling your body. You're focusing on other things. You're starving the flesh. You're feeding the spirit. Pray, read the Bible, journal, meditate. I did like 4 different chakra meditations, and I was thinking to myself, dang, food really took up a lot. I couldn't get through 4 meditations in one day when I was scheduling and planning out meals and food, just because it was too daunting. That's how much food took over. But that's bad. So I decentered food, made spirituality the center. A lot of Christians claim to center. People aren't ready for this. I'm gonna get a little controversial here because people aren't ready to put that fucking snack down sometimes. And I get it. Snacks are good. Hey, I'm about to start my period. I totally get it. Chocolate is amazing. Chocolate is wonderful. But here's the thing. People aren't ready to talk about how, because we all have things we can give into. It's not just drugs. It's not just say no to drugs. Sometimes it's say no to sugar. Sometimes it's say no to alcohol. Sometimes it's say no to that extra dessert. Sometimes it's say no to the ice cream in the freezer. But people aren't ready to talk about that because we're all in charge of our decisions. Moderation is key. So having an addictive, obsessive type of personality could get you in trouble. But here's the thing. One of the things that resets along with your mental clarity, your taste buds, your metabolism, is also your energy. Once you do start introducing food again, those bursts of energy come in. And then lastly, how often you're gonna get hungry because your stomach has shrank. So even though it's not for superficial reasons, it's a nice reset, especially for someone like me who feels like their relationship made them lose themselves and I wasn't really in control of what I was doing as much. Like I was when I got home. That's why I'm so glad I never moved in with this guy. But like, in a lot of ways, I felt like I wasn't in control of my decisions, and it made me gain weight. And fasting is a way to not only feed the spirit and starve the flesh, but to take your power back and say, hey, this is my body. Like it's not about people with eating disorders don't need to be messing with the fast. But what it is about is like, this is my body. I don't feel comfortable in it right now. I've been giving myself too much. I'm not gonna have anything till this time, and I'm in charge of that. It is a control thing. Yeah, a little bit. It's a control thing. But these are our bodies. The only one that should be in control of our body over us is God. Even if you're married, your husband should not be in control of your body and you're not. Only God and you should be in control of your body. Because these men barely know how to take care of their body. So what the hell are they gonna do with your body? Anyways, those are the benefits. One of my faves of all the ones I listed is the taste bud reset. I personally really enjoyed that because whatever meal you break your fast with, it's like your saliva is like fresh salt water. It's like everything tastes like, it's like a whole new world, a new amazing point of view, no matter where you know what I mean? Like that's what your first meal tastes like. What I just said, what I just sang. A whole new world, a whole new world. But give it a try, guys. If you want. I'm not promoting fast, but I will say if you've never fasted before, start with 12 hours. Do that 3 times, 3 different days, and spread the days out. Like do 12 hours and then wait a week or 2. Do another 12 hours, wait a week or 2. Do another 12 hours, wait a week or 2, and then build up to 24 hours. Because that's what I had to do, realizing I'm not in my mid-20s anymore and I can't just randomly fast. Like in college, just struggling in college, that's how I got into fasting. You start fasting in college just from struggling. Like I just don't got it like that. We just gotta make shit stretch and make the most out of it. But then I graduated and you get a good job. I got a good job working for the water and sewer company. I'm just so creative and off the walls that I stayed there for like 2 years. People stay there their whole lives. That could have been my career. And I got that job because they saw I had my degree. I had just graduated and got a job from my degree like they say you're supposed to do. And I stayed there for 2 years and they were like, we're gonna give you a bonus at your 4-year mark. Are you sure? But I found something better pay that was remote. But on the back end, they ended up laying us off 8 months later. So I really should have stayed at the place that would have been a full life career, because I could tell it was the type of company where like, as long as you go in and you do what you're supposed to do and you do your work, they don't bother you. They don't mess with you. So I recommend fasting if you don't have any underlying health conditions and any prior history with eating disorders, and you're doing it for spiritual reasons and not superficial reasons. It's not worth doing it for superficial reasons to me. If it was just about to lose weight or just about to boost my metabolism, I would stop. I would give in. I would eat. And that's why I used to give in. I used to not be able to, like in college I could, but like around that midpoint at like 25, 26, I used to try to fast all the time, and it was just so hard, and I was in a toxic relationship and it just felt so hard to fast. And now it doesn't feel that way because I have a bigger reason of why I'm doing it. My why is so much stronger. My why is worth it. So I say to myself, I'm gonna keep fasting because the why makes sense. And so I just keep that in my mind. The fact that this is to starve out demons. This is to get closer with God. This is to, like, you hear your thoughts on a whole nother level, and you hear signals that your body's trying to tell you. You hear things so much better, is all I'm gonna say, when you decide to fast. And so only do it if you're doing it for deeper reasons than that. You will break the fast if you do it for reasons such as just looks and losing weight. Now, some of the benefits of, even when you do it for spiritual reasons, you do end up losing weight, so that's a positive. But it just feels so much more fulfilling having that be your reason than something that is just more superficial. So guys, I hope these benefits were interesting to you. Keep glowing, growing, and thriving, and see you in the next video. Bye.